Hello, amazing artist. It's Miss Hill. I'm an art therapist and teacher at both Woodlawn and Laurel Ridge Elementary School. I'm so excited to make some art with you today. I miss you all very, very much. I've been thinking about some more fun art lessons that we can do together to lift our spirits and safely express what we might be feeling. Here we go. Today's lesson will focus on superpowers. We're going to learn how to create our very own superheroes and be asked to think about ways to be kind and help others. The lesson today will be really easy to follow. And if at any time you need more time or to take a break, just press the pause button and restart when you're ready. You can watch these videos as many times as you want, and you can even do them with your family. In the last lesson that we worked together, we talked about how we all experience different types of feelings. And everyone has a bad day every once in a while. We can even lose control sometimes. But guess what? There are ways to learn tools to help us stay in control. In the book we're going to read today, we're going to see some surprising characters who will also experience different types of feelings. Then we'll get a chance to draw our very own superheroes, like the ones I did up here. I'll give you step-by-step guidance if this is something new for you. Superheroes are made from using very simple shapes, and working step by step is an easy way to do it. Now, the materials you're going to need for today's activity are a pencil and a pen and a piece of paper. If you happen to have crayons or markers, you can get those too, but you don't have to. A pencil or paper will be just fine. If you're not sure where to get paper, you can use some paper from the school packets that have come in the mail, or even draw on something like envelopes. The paper can be white or colored construction paper, whatever you have lying around. Go ahead and pause the screen now while you go and get your things. Okay, great. Now that you have your things, I would like you to sit back, get comfortable, while I read a short story called Even Superheroes Have Bad Days. This is written by Shelly, Becker, and Ida Caban is the illustrator, the one that made all of the pictures. When superheroes don't get their way, they're sad. When they're sad, they have a bad day. They could use superpowers to kick, punch, and pound. They could shriek, they could screech with an ear-piercing sound. They could crash wooden cars and crates and bend metal gates. They could throw trucks and buses across several states. They could knock over buildings like towers of blocks and crumble the streets into rubble and rocks. They could use laser eyes to ignite forest fires, or fling boomerangs to deflate the town's tires. But upset superheroes have all sorts of choices. Instead of destruction and loud, livid voices, they burn angry steam off with speedo light hiking or super extreme outer space mountain biking. They race to the rescue of people in need and delight in the joy of a super good deed. They hatch super plans to help banish world sadness, building fabulous theme parks for giggles and gladness. They chase wanted bad guys with supercharged zing, dragging hundreds to jail while police dance and sing. They track down and tame super menacing beasts and transform pity parties to victory feasts. But displeased superheroes who don't feel serene could have super temptation to cause a bad scene. They could blast icy blizzards on hot afternoons or walloping twisters and monster typhoons. They could spin super webs, super fast, super sticky, and tangle up towns with their silks, super icky. They could rotate the planet and mess up world time, or sit back and relax while the world fills with crime. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they've had a bad day, they could super rampage. They could, but they don't, because real superheroes just wouldn't. They won't. Instead, they dig down to their super best part, the strong superpowers contained in their heart. And using their talents as true heroes should, they battle the urge to do harm, though they could. They acknowledge their sorrow, their anger, their pain, as they wait for their super emotions to wane. It's okay if they frown. It's okay if they sigh. It's even okay if they slump down and cry. But then they get up and get on with their day, saving the world in their most super way. That was a great story, and I loved looking at all the illustrations and drawings of all the superheroes. I can't wait to do our own. But I want to ask you, do you ever lose control or get angry like the superheroes did in the story? Anyone can have difficulty controlling their emotions. The super in this story showed that if you sit calmly, go into your heart space, and take a deep breath in, blow it out slowly, you can help your heart to beat slower and to help your body feel more relaxed. The other way to feel better is to be of service and help somebody to make the world a better place. Think about it for a second. What kind of good deeds could you do to help others? Go ahead and pause the video and make a list of a couple things that you do to help others. It can be in your family or friends or at school. Or if you're with somebody, you can just tell them some things that you think about. Okay, great job. Here's a list I made of some things that I thought of ways that I can help people to be kind. Be kind and smile. Be a good listener. Offer a hug to someone you feel comfortable with, or a compliment. Say something nice to somebody. Share something with somebody. And offer to help. It's okay to experience strong emotions and feelings, because we all do. But it's about what we do with those feelings that count. Think about it. Do you try to destroy the world, or do you try to make it a better place? So I'm super excited. Today we're going to learn how to draw our very own superhero. And I'll be giving you step-by-step guided directions to break the image down into simple steps. Go at your own pace. If I'm going too quickly or you need to erase, feel free to pause the video at any time. You can even rewatch the video to make as many superheroes as you want. So the first part we're going to start with are the eyes. And we're going to go into the middle of the paper. And we're going to do it about a finger's width apart. And we're going to use the shape of a circle. Now circles can be hard to draw sometimes, but don't worry about getting it perfect. Just do your best. I recommend starting with a pencil, but so that you can erase. I'm going to use a black marker so that you can see my image a little bit better. So come to the center of the paper and draw a circle. Put your finger in the middle and then draw a circle next to that. So it's about a finger's width apart. Now we're going to use a trick that artists use to show light in the eyes, like they're shining. So inside the upper right hand corners, you're going to draw a circle in each of the eyes. Those are going to be like highlight marks. Now to draw the pupil, which is the black part of the eye, We're going to draw a C shape on the left side that starts in the middle, and you're going to come down, over, and up, just like you're drawing a letter C. And the same thing on the other one, letter C, down, over, and up. Now you can notice that what we're drawing is the same on both sides. When things are the same on both sides, it's called symmetrical. So what you can do is go ahead and color in the pupil, or the dark part of the eye. Or you can wait and color it in later, but I just like to, it makes it look a little more like an eyeball. To draw the outside of the lines, we're going to take a straight line and draw right on top of the eye, a little bit wider than the circle on each side. Then we're going to come to the ends and we're going to curl downward on each side. Okay? We're going to then draw a line down at the bottom of the eyes on each side. And then we're going to connect the top to the bottom. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we finished the eyes. Great job. Now with the eyes, you can start to think about what type of superhero you might want to make. If it's a boy or it's a girl, or what details you want. These eyes are just basic, but if you want to add something like eyebrows or eyelashes or any other details to the eyes, that you can. So for this one, I'm going to draw some eyebrows that are just like the shape of two rainbows, two kind of flat rainbows. And maybe I'll put a couple eyelashes at the bottom. Okay, it's up to you. You can add the own details that you want. The next thing we're going to do is the nose, and the nose is going to be very simple. It's just going to be like the letter V, the same shape. It's going to be in between the eyes, and you're going to come down a little bit and draw the letter V. Now if you have a different way to make a nose, go for it. I just wanted to choose something simple. And now we're using a cartoon style, so it doesn't have to be realistic. It can be any way you want. So go ahead and add your nose. Okay, the next part is the mouth. Think about your superhero. Do you want your superhero to be smiling? Do you want your superhero to be surprised? Do you want your superhero to be serious? I'm going to do mine like the ones above, and mine's going to be kind of smiling. So I'm going to start with a straight line, and then I'm going to curve it up to the side. You can even add lips like I did up here. You could add a tongue. If you wanted to draw an open mouth, you could just draw an oval. It's completely up to you to design the type of superhero that you would really like. Okay, you're doing great. Good job, everybody. Now we're going to do the shape of the face. And we're going to use some dots as guides. So what I would like you to do is come over to the top of the eye and bring it out just a little bit and make a dot. Do the same thing on the other side, top of the eye line, and make a dot. And then we're going to come below the chin to make a dot. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect these lines, or connect the dots with a line to create the face. Then to make the upper part of the head, we're going to come up here and about a finger's length high, we're going to make another dot, and then we're going to bring that line up just like that. Okay, the next step is the fun part. We're going to work with the hair, and you can get creative for this one. So I'm going to do a style of hair with maybe some spikes. Up here I did kind of just like a regular cut with a curl, kind of a Superman look, and she has a ponytail. So I am going to come over and do the hairline first, just straight across. And then my guy is going to have some super spikes, just to be a fun superhero. So you can be fun and make whatever type of hair you want. Next is going to be some ears. So you're going to come over to the dot that we made before and do the letter C down to the bottom of the eye line. Come to the other side, and now you're going to do a backward C from the top of the eye down to the bottom of the eye. And you can see that the face is starting to develop. Okay, next is the body. Now to draw the body, we're going to come below the chin and move it over to the left a little bit Put a line, come back to the chin, move it over to the right, and make a line. That's where our body's going to start. So you're going to start here, and you're going to do a little curve out on the left, and over here you're going to curve it all the way down, about twice as long as the other line. So you have two curved lines. Then what you're going to do is come in the middle of that and draw kind of like you're drawing the letter A, but you're not going to put the line in the middle. Okay? And then you're going to attach these two sides with a curved line to do the bottoms of the legs. And we're going to do a belt line straight across from the left all the way over to the right. And then you're going to do a second line that just follows that across. Then we're going to add the shoes by making the letter C again from one side of the leg over to the other. And the same thing, one side of the leg over to the other. So we now have some feet. We're going to make a chest plate so that you can put in the letter of the name of what your superhero is going to be called. So start to think about what the superhero's name might be. But to make a chest plate, we're going to come under the chin and we're going to follow the chin line to make a short line. And then we're going to bring a diagonal line out on each side. And then we're going to put a point at the bottom, and then we're going to connect those lines down to those points. So we now have a superhero chest plate. Okay, so take a minute and think of the name of your superhero. You might already have a name in your head. If you don't, you can look at your list of good deeds and decide of what type of a helping superhero your superhero is going to be. So my superhero is going to be an amazing artist superhero, teaching students and people all over the world how to have fun and make art. So what you're going to do is think of the letter of the name, the first letter of the name of your superhero. So if mine is artist, that would be A. So I could come inside of the shield or chest plate and draw the letter A. Now my superhero has its chest plate name. Okay, you're doing amazing, everybody. Okay, so now, what is our superhero missing? Its arms, and those are important. So we're going to start by doing the fists. So we're going to draw two circles on each side. 1, 2. Now those circles are a lot smaller than the eye ones that we did earlier, but one on each side, symmetrical. And we are going to draw a line that extends from the corner right here out and about above the belt plate out. And then we're going to draw a backward C to make the thumb. Okay? On the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Corner underneath the head out to the fist. But this time, we're not going to start at the belt line. We're going to come up here to about the middle of the nameplate and draw a line to the hand. And then we're going to do a backward C for the thumb. So now you can see it looks like the Superman is flying out forward to us, our awesome superhero. All right, we're almost done, but we need a very important item for our superhero, and that is the cape. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to about the middle of the arm, and we're going to draw a line that kind of follows the curve of the body out to the side. And then we're going to do the same thing, come to about the middle of the arm, but we're going to come this time about down to the foot. And then we're going to connect these two lines. You could do a straight line, but I kind of like to make mine curvy, where I come down a little bit and then up to the foot and then back down to the point. So now my superhero has a cape. So excellent, that is it. Now it's time for you to color it in if you have crayons on markers like I did. If you don't, you can just keep it drawn in pencil. But I want to challenge you to add some sort of background around your superhero. You might want to draw a city. You might want to put your superhero flying up in the clouds with the ground below. Okay, any fun details. You might be in a forest. You might be in outer space. Make it fun. Make it interesting for what you like. Now what I'd also like you to do is hang this superhero up around your house somewhere, so you can remind yourself of your own superpowers. And remember, if you're having a bad day, being of service to help someone else, just like these superheroes do, can also make you feel better. So enjoy. Draw as many of these as you would like. I want to thank you for watching today and making some art with me. I will see you guys next time.